Voss will be pleased with our progress. Come, to the underground. We must show him the Orphic hammer.
That my fortune.
Come closer. Tell me what you see.
His voice carries the weight of untold centuries, and his ridges are scarred with uncounted battles. This is no dragonborn. This is a red dragon, the very same who carried Voss near the Gith crash.
It is so. Call me Kudenos, Master of Flames, Splitter of Skies. I will be the one to carry Voss into battle against Vlaakith. And I will be the one to breathe the flames that melt her. More than I could count. We were pacted by the archdevil Tiamat and forced to serve the Githyanki. It is to the people that I'm loyal, not to the lich Vlaakith. A corpse in Gith clothing. I know Orpheus, just as I knew his mother. A new future will be planted in the wake of the comet. Until we meet again, mortal. I look forward to fighting alongside you. Vlaakith will tremble at the sound of our roar. Prince Orpheus to guide us. We are too small in number to defeat Vlaakith alone.
We will not be alone, Kudenos. For 1,000 years we have been planting the seeds of revolution. In every creche, many young whisper Orpheus's name. They do Vlaakith's duty, but out of fear, not faith. When the Prince of the Comet blazes his path, they will follow. And so will countless others.
Kithrak Voss, may the astral sea be still as you cross it.
And may your mind be of steel, so your blade may be of silver, Talak Magir. Have you retrieved the Orphic hammer? Will our prince's chains finally be broken? The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Gith's son will soon ride against Vlaakith, Voss, and I will follow him into battle.
And you will wield the greatest gift Mother Gith ever granted her dauntless children.
A silver sword. I will carry it for the honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son.
Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry. No, I do not. When I am done with the Gith Princeling, you may do with him as you like, but not a moment before.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought. Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit. When you break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic cry will alert us. I will fly to your side. Together, we will fell the Elder Brain and thwart the Grand Design.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade, I've dreamt of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. To swing one, mesmerizing. To be slain by one, agonizing. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
You recall another fact about silver swords. The Githyanki forbid their use by all other peoples.
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver. Unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. The Illithid Grand Design nears. The true heir is shackled. These are exceptional circumstances. I grant my allies the right to my silver. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path, and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare.
The terrible living gate, thinner than a lamb's hair and hidden deep beneath the Feywild.
The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Geich. Certainly not. Or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. Only the Orphic hammer can break Orpheus free.
Those mortals were infected with tadpoles, and the Elder Brain triggered their transformation. Was it deliberate or accidental? The brain is breaking free. We must discover where it is hidden before that happens.
Very well.
pristine darkness in every direction. Silence, but for the gentle, rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through. An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
Can you smell it? The brine. It's infused with magic. The brain is here.
Waiting. Preparing. Calculating. Evolving.
Feels like it's being carved open.
It's getting stronger. We must be close.
Dominated. Controlled. Crowned. Chase. Devour.
These creatures were not themselves. Corruption is in the air. It infects everything it touches.
Thrall. Free. Break. Control.
Deathly silence. The air is stale and putrid.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
You think you know why you are here? You think that by killing the Chosen and taking the Netherstones, you can destroy me? You are wrong.
messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
Eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me. Exactly as I intended. The crown is now mine to command. Mine alone.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. I needed the crown to build an army. I needed the Chosen to bring it to me. They would not have surrendered it freely, so I gave them what they wanted. Power. Just enough that they would play their part in my design. Their part has ended. The next orders will be mine.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
And you had your role to play too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus' power and the fear of what it could do? When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
We were part of its plan.
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my freedom. You brought all three back to me. In doing so, you have liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
Again! The grand design must not come to pass!
you out just in time. The situation is worse than I thought. This is an Elder Brain, no longer. The magic of the crown has caused it to evolve. It has become something more. A nether brain. I thought so too, but that was when I believed it was still an Elder Brain. It has been anticipating our every move from the start. I underestimated it. We will need to rethink our plan.
They're ready. I have something to ask.
I have assessed our encounter with the Netherbrain from every angle. I know why we failed. The problem was not the stones. The problem was you. You can make only one move at a time, but the Netherbrain calculates every possible move at once. It knows what you will do. It knows everything you could possibly do. You cannot outmaneuver it. To defeat it, you would have to think like an Elithid. Better yet, be one. Your mind is not capable of this. Mine is. You will give the stones to me. I will assimilate Orpheus, and then I will be able to leave this prison to face the brain.
Assimilate him? Skva! No! Now is the time to liberate him! Do not stand against me.
I will consume his thoughts, his knowledge, his brain.
So you would kill him? He is Gith's heir. You'd be the Githyanki people's betrayer. You'd be my betrayer.
I realize he is of some significance to you, but he is of even more value to our cause. In theory, yes. You have embraced transformation so far, but this would be a complete evolution. And you will be an Elithid for the rest of your days. Is this really something you would be willing to accept?
This isn't a decision to make in haste. Let's discuss it together beforehand.
If we do not do this, all is lost.
Mother Gith's only son has suffered long in his prison. Refuse the Emperor. Better yet, crush his revolting skull and let this prison be his grave. Then smash the crystals with the Orphic hammer and free the prince from his bonds. The comet will guide us to a sure victory against the brain. Chamar Sala Orpheus.
An easy proposition for the Emperor to make, become a mind flayer. It has no soul to sacrifice. If it did, perhaps it would understand the weight of what it's asking of us, and why we might seek an alternative. The thought must have crossed your mind. It has certainly weighed on mine. I think it's time we reconsider the orb. With its power, I could put an end to this whole thing. Crown, Netherbrain, Absolute. Everything. He is the prince of a people who have spent eons nursing a hatred of the very creature nestled in our skulls. Save him, and who's to say he wouldn't run us through at the first opportunity? Do not mistake me, I want to live. But I've been careless enough with my life in the past. I can hardly stand by and watch you sacrifice yours. Once I'm in position, I'll ensure you are removed to a safe vantage point to watch the fireworks. You need not die alongside me, nor surrender your soul in becoming an illithid. Entirely. Please, at least consider my offer. Regardless, my offer stands. Should you change your mind, I will not let you down.
Chance to defeat the brain.
Make your choice. Endure the consequences.
I trust you have aired opinions and grievances and made your decision. Are you ready to become a Mind Flayer? I told you we have to trust one another. I told you the Githyanki would only want to kill you for what you are. Still, you choose to break our alliance. Even united, the Netherbrain was going to be an impossible enemy. But apart, we have no chance of survival. Very well. Since you will not work with me, you work against me. You leave me no option but to join the Netherbrain.
We can free Orpheus.
I just hope he'll be receptive to us.
The gate is gone. We must waste no more time. Take the hammer and smash the crystals binding the Prince of the Comet. And be careful. Do him any harm, and I will bisect you. Mercilessly, torturously, slowly.
The Githyanki prince takes his blade. A silent cry pierces your head. It's unlike any sensation you've ever felt.
You reek of illithid. You fornicated with a Mind Flayer. And you slaughtered my honor guard. Nonetheless, it seems we must be allies.
Your Majesty, the Prince of the Comet, Gith's true heir. It is an honor.
Do not patronize me. You rejected the Illithid when it no longer suited your needs. No doubt you freed me because it suits you now. I will neither forgive nor forget your abuse of my powers. That is false. You had the opportunity to surrender yourself to my honor guard. They would have given you a noble end. Any worthy individual destined to become Geik would have done so. My guard would have freed me, and I would have stopped the Elder Brain before it evolved into a Nether Brain. All that suffering, avoidable, were it not for the choices you made. In this, we are aligned. I am obliged to overlook your transgressions. We will destroy the Netherbrain together, and put a stop to this nascent empire before it expands into the stars. The Geik was correct about one thing. The Netherbrain's power is beyond us. The hardest metal in the world would not cut through its mind, for it is made of thought itself. At this point, it will take an Illithid to unleash the full potential of the Netherstones.
And it would take one wizard to unleash a cataclysm powerful enough to tear apart the brain's very being. We have no choice but to consider using the orb.
I do not know you, wizard. And I do not know this orb. But what I do know is that we must not gamble with the fate of the world. I cannot simply depend upon your word. There is not. We face a Netherbrain. For there to be one way to defeat it is unlikely enough. There will not be another. It seems I misjudged you. You are capable of sacrifice. The Netherbrain wants nothing more than to see all infected become Geik. My defenses keep the voice of the Absolute out. But just as I can raise them, so I can lower them. I will allow the voice of the Absolute in. Once it reaches you, it will order you to transform. It will only take a moment. And once you are a Mind Flayer, I will fold you under my protection once more. You will be the savior of empires. Not least, my own.
With the withdrawal of Orpheus's power, your mind is rushed with the full force of the Netherbrain. You feel a compulsion unlike anything you've ever known. Excruciating and exhilarating in equal measure. You wish nothing in the world but to evolve. Then, complete silence, as you are once again closed off from the Netherbrain's mind.
My people will remember you. The rebel Illithid who stood beside their reborn prince and ended the Grand Design. Let us return now to the city and follow the path of the Netherbrain.
I think my last meal is threatening to resurface.
A most noble sacrifice. Gith's blessings upon you. Rest still.
We've a city to save. I think it's about time we got started.
I will not forget what you did here today, nor will the Githyanki people. We have unchained the true bear. First, he will lead us to victory against the Netherbrain. Then, he will loose the Githyanki from Vlakith's undead talons.
I think we're done here. I'll certainly be glad to see the back of it anyway.
Go ahead. I will follow.
Here we go.
Strike down anything standing between you and the brain.
The Prince of the Comet has come! Shabbat Orpheus! Shabbat Orpheus! Shabbat Orpheus!
Vos, my most loyal friend. How good to set eyes on you.
You honor me. Your radiance. A geik keeps you company. Unusual.
An illithid in guise. An old ally in truth. She took this form so I might end the grand design.
Skva! Can it be? Thanks to you, the skies above Tunarath shall tremble with sounds. Orpheus will take the truth to the people. We will slay the Lich Queen. Our chains will be cleaved.
Mighty Voss, your words lift me. Vlakith will splinter like glass and vanish like smoke.
Shavar, Orpheus!
My sword is yours. We will exterminate the brain and end its plague.
This champion holds the key to its defeat. Stand by for orders, Voss. Answer to her as you would answer to me.
As you wish, Prince Orpheus.
Forward! The Netherbrain falls this day. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies!
Watch Citadel, home to the protectors of Baldur's Gate.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
The Fist eyes you with suspicion. He was not expecting the savior of Baldur's Gate to be a mind flayer.
Appearances may change, but they do not mask the one within. This one, I know. Observe with whom it traveleth. Friends. This mind flayer will fight with thee. It will save thy city and thy lives.
The Fist's suspicion softens to curiosity, his hostility melting at the recognition that there's more behind those eyes than malice.
My steel is yours, Mind Flayer, and I'm not alone.
Never thought I'd be fighting alongside a Mind Flayer, but I'll fight with you, with magic.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield.
And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
Not sure what I have to offer a mind flayer, if I'm honest. But I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more. And I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back. And I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done. My people have never hunted a monster this large. They are eager to join the fray.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you. No matter what form you take.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you. They're expecting a speech, something to stir their hearts and put fire in their bellies for the fight ahead. What will a mind flayer say that could encourage them on the threshold of battle?
We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
The High Hall was once a beacon of promise, of wisdom, of celebration. Now, well, it's just a beacon. And for all manner of horrors. And pity. I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't take some getting used to. What could a few extra tentacles do to a bond as strong as ours, eh? When all this is over, we'll have time enough to unpick the specifics of your new condition. Psionics alone could take months to thoroughly evaluate, not to mention the matter of your diet. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We've a nether brain to defeat. Then we get to the fun stuff. When? I'm glad you have such confidence in our endeavor. I confess, my own's not constructed from such immutable materials. I made a promise to my goddess. One I will do my best to keep. For the sake of this city, I can only hope that my best will be enough. I'd need a ream of parchment longer than an Elderbrain's stem to capture the tumult I feel at that particular prospect. But I'm ready, if that's the word you need to hear. If you call on me, I will not let you down. I'm cautiously optimistic. Though, with the time left to us and the amount still to be done, it's best we don't take anything for granted. Who knows what shape these final moments of ours might assume? Not I. Not Mistra. Not even you. But whatever my fate might be, I'll be glad to greet it in such fine company.
Such blazing wonder. The sky swarming with red dragons. They may roar Vlaakith's name, but I can't deny their beauty. For this one moment, in this one battle, the Lich Queen and I share a common cause. The Netherbrain's defeat, and the Grand Design's failure. My instinct is to flay you where you stand. But I am more than my instinct. You made an incredible sacrifice. For me, for my people, for the Prince of the Comet. I know who you are, and I know what you gave up. You aren't a Lithid. You are Mlagir, Liberator. I am iron, steel, and silver. I am my mother's blade, Jmar Zalar Gith. I am. With the Prince of the Comet at our side, we will wreck the Netherbrain and its grand design. Never again will my people suffer under Illithid enslavement. Zai, Zai, Zai!
High Hall. There's nowhere else to go. This is where it all ends. Of course. You look different, there's no denying that. But I think you're still the same, deep down. You're doing what's necessary, for all of us. That's why I've been by your side this whole time. Honestly, I think self-reflection may be the enemy just now. I can't afford to lose my nerve. Safer to just not think and keep forging ahead. I do. Think of all we've been through just to get to this moment. That wasn't luck, that was us. Let's just stay shoulder to shoulder and see this through.
I'm glad you're here. The Illithid too. Though it'll take some getting used to.
Have courage, my friend. Your victory is assured.
The sooner we get this done, the sooner we can get a pint. Assuming there's an inn still standing.
Come on. Speeches are done. All that's left is the doing.
Onwards. There is no reason to linger here.
Oh, don't look at me. This is your charge to lead. And no one better to do it.
Today, we take back the city.
Press on. This will all be over soon, and then... My gods, I'm having something very strong indeed.
We face the greatest evil our realm has known. And we do it together. On your word, the sword of Selûne will fall upon our foes. We stand ready to help you, as you helped us.
Bodies, bloods, this is the dream. Knew I was smarts to sneaks in. The Skelly boy said I could stay if I sold your stuff. So hurry up. Bye, bye, bye! Really? Well, don't you go getting chopped up. I need customers. Don't go dying. I'll be real mad.
If thou art ready, proceed to seal Fate's image with thy final stitch.
Your forces are not insubstantial. Deploy them at the correct moment, and we may yet triumph.
Dragons, overhead. Stay low.
Fall back! Fall back!
Matthew!
Leave him be! We have to keep running!
What home? It's over.
He's frightened of you, but the very fact you haven't killed him on sight gives him reason to pause. Can the rumors be true? Are you the Mind Flayer who could save the city? You feel his mind buckling, yielding. Against his better judgment, he trusts you.
Remarkable. Never in all my life did I think to fight alongside a Mind Flayer. Oh. We go back in there, we die. We flee, we last half a day at best. Shit! If this is it, then gods damn it, let's make it count. City Watch, with me! We'll follow you to our last breaths.